My name is Dan Abear. I'm 55 years old. I spent 30 years in law enforcement and with the Dallas Police Department and the Department of Justice. And now I'm living out what's left of my life. I like to do CrossFit. I like to hang out with my dogs, play on the lake, and still doing some work. Growing up, I was very active in sports, played football, baseball, all the, that's all they did back then, football and baseball. But I have a black belt in Taekwondo, was nationally ranked at one time in college. So I was very active in sports my whole life, and of course, I got my daughter into martial arts, and my son does a lot of different sports, played baseball and soccer and all the different things. I've enjoyed watching them and tried to stay active with working out throughout the years. About a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I was having some health problems and I couldn't work out as much as I wanted to. And I noticed my weight, which was slightly overweight, ballooned up to about 250 pounds. And part of that was because I just couldn't work out. I've always been able to keep my health in control by working out really hard. And when you can't work out and you're not eating properly, then the weight just goes up. One day I stepped on the scales and I weighed 250 pounds, and I said, well, I have to do something about this, because the health problem improved, but now I still had the 250 pounds and didn't really, even working out hard again, it wasn't going anywhere. So I said, I need to try something different. Once I decided I was going to give this a try, I knew the only way that I was going to be successful is if my wife and I both got on this diet. Not that she needed it, because she really didn't, but she would be able to help me understand and how to, because she does more cooking than I do, although we both cook. I would need her to help me get through it, because if she's eating the old way, it would have been far more difficult for me to have success. And of course, when my son came home, he wanted to improve his athletic abilities and work harder, and so he had no choice in how he's going to eat, because he lives with us and we pay for the food. He decided, well, let me go also, and maybe I can improve on my way of eating and living. And so he's been doing it as well, and he's had a lot of success also. I started this journey probably late February, I think, and I started it, like I said, I was at 250 pounds, and I started dieting when I came to see Lane. So at that point I was at 244 pounds. So I'd already lost 6 pounds when I started to get on this diet. Now the difference is, this diet doesn't feel like a diet, it's just a different way of eating, which is far better than the way I was losing it. So we started on it probably 1st of March, and from that time I've gone from 250 pounds, right now I'm at 214 pounds. As far as the weight loss, the first time I came to see Lane, or the first follow-up appointment when I came to see Lane, I'd probably lost 10 pounds. But when you looked at the side-by-side photos, I couldn't see a difference. I could feel the difference a lot better. The workouts were coming a lot easier. Now, by the time I came to my second follow-up appointment with Lane, which would have been maybe 10 weeks after my first one, I could see a big difference in my physical body. And of course it keeps improving. I'm much smaller. It's just made working out, not having to lug an extra 35, 40 pounds around, has made all of my workouts. I can do more. I have bad knees from athletic activities my whole life. Well, they're far better. I still have bad knees, but those bad knees aren't lugging around 250 pounds. They're lugging around 214 pounds, so I can do a lot more. My goal is to get down to 210. I might lower that goal, just depends when I get there, we'll see. But right now I'm at 214, so I'm almost there. Something strange happened in that right after Katrina, I was a first responder, and I never had allergy problems. But after that, since 2005, I've had these terrible, constant allergies, and I went to see an allergist, and he says that storm released all kind of strange things into the atmosphere, and a lot of people who never had problems are having problems now. I don't know if that's it, but that's how it did it to me. So I'm taking the everyday Claritin and also the behind the counter Claritins on top of that on the bad days. But since I started this diet, I just went down to the everyday Claritin, and then after about a month of that, I forgot to take it for a few days, and I noticed I no longer had these sinus issues and the allergies were gone. And since I started probably a month into it, I haven't taken a single Claritin or anything like that. So you got to be in it for the long haul. So there are ups and downs in everything we do. You just have to look at it as the long haul. Days that is frustrating because you feel like you're doing well and gaining weight. That doesn't mean it's not being effective. You just got to look at it over a period of time and not over a 2-day period.